Former President Barack Obama writes that after leaving Washington and winding down for a month, he sat down with a pen and yellow pad to write another memoir.
I hope to give an honest rendering of my time in office.
The Atlantic published the book's preface and a recording.
Our democracy seems to be teetering on the brink of crisis, a crisis that has left the body politic divided, angry, and mistrustful, and has allowed for an ongoing breach of institutional norms, procedural safeguards, and the adherence to basic facts that both Republicans and Democrats once took for granted.
The book addresses race. Obama writing, "It was as if my very presence in the White House had triggered a deep-seated panic," which is exactly what Donald Trump understood when he started peddling assertions that I had not been born in the United States, according to a copy of the book obtained by CNN, and personal moments from his years in office.
Trying to find a discreet location to grab an evening smoke. My staff and I having a laugh while playing cards aboard Air Force One.
The former president says while encouraged by the historic turnout and Biden victory, he also knows no single election will settle the matter. Our divisions run deep. Our challenges are daunting. If I remain hopeful about the future, it's in large part because I've learned to place my faith in my fellow citizens, especially those of the next generation. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.